For executive compensation, data should reflect the current or upcoming school year, except where noted in the data fields. Report only the amount paid by the school. Do not include employee contributions. Report the annual amount paid by the school. Some numbers in this section will populate based on data that you entered in administrative salaries. To correct inaccurate data in these fields, save your work on this page. Scroll up and select Administrator Salaries from the category menu. And select President, Head of School, Business Officer from the subcategory menu. Make the needed changes and save them. Use the menus to return to this section when you are done. The remainder of this recording reviews tools and techniques that you can use throughout data entry to have a successful experience. The recording is identical across all categories of data. If you've already heard these tips in another recording, you can skip the rest of this video. First, we will review the tools and techniques entering data online, and second, entry using the export template. Each subcategory of data starts with notes about the data to be entered in that subcategory. Often, you'll find a note about whether the data to be entered are for the current new school year or for the prior year. For each table of data to be entered, the instructions highlight important information for entering data in this section of the collection. Be sure to review the bulleted notes. The first section or sections of data entry will be core questions asked of all schools entering data in DASL. Toward the bottom, you may find tables of questions added by one or more of the associations using DASL and tied to your school. You can fill in the tables with last year's numbers and then go through and edit them. This is a particularly useful approach in areas where the data don't change much from year to year, such as school characteristics. You can use the Notes feature to record useful information about the data point you have entered in a field. This could include an explanation of an unusual value or notes about where you found the data in your school's records or systems. You can hide or show the notes as you go through data entry. As you enter more data, it can become difficult to find fields that need to be filled in. Click Highlight Missing Data at the top of the page to find those fields. The system will highlight with pink stripes any fields on the page that are missing data, making it easy to find them and fill them in. To find definitions relevant to a data point, mouse over the question mark icon for that row, column, and/or section of data. Use the NA button to designate a field or group of fields as not applicable to your school. This will mark the fields as complete and will show them as such in your progress bars. Click Save or Ctrl+S often to keep your work. DASL does not automatically save the data you enter. Clicking Save or Ctrl+S will make sure that your work does not get lost if you suddenly lose your internet connection. Shaded cells are calculated by the system based on numbers that you have entered in other fields. To make the system rerun the calculation, change one of the numbers entered and click the Save button or Ctrl+S. Be sure to click Save or Ctrl+S to save entered data. While entering data into the Excel template, a few essentials to keep in mind are: you can use email to pass the spreadsheet from one member to another, to enter data directly or upload it to Google to share across your team. Please be sure that the only changes you make to the file are to enter information in the fields. Do not split up the file or copy pages and send them separately to various team members. The file must stay intact to properly populate the data you enter back into DASL when you upload the completed file. And remember, the person who downloads the file must be the same person who will upload the file to DASL when the time comes. Several subcategories have an instructional video to highlight important information about the data entry within that particular subcategory. Mouse over the red triangles to view instructions, definitions, and descriptions. Enter your data into the fields in each table. Be sure to save along the way. After entering some data or a full data collection part, upload your work to DASL to take advantage of the online tools to add notes, find missing data, or mark a field not applicable. And check your data quality. Whether entering online or after importing, take advantage of the Review Data tab in DASL to ensure quality data throughout your data entry. And be sure to click Save or Ctrl+S before you log off, and you can pick up where you left off when you log in next time.